This is a News Outlook at 1. My name is Caroline Mogore. Welcome. Kenya has passed a critical climate change law on the regulation of carbon markets barely 3 days ahead of the much-awaited Africa Climate Change Summit starting in Nairobi on Monday next week. The bill seeks to introduce carbon trading, which supports the country to comply with the Paris Climate Agreement that Kenya ratified and became a party in 2016. The principal purpose of the bill is to amend the Climate Change Act of 2016 to provide for the regulation of carbon markets, which is not addressed in the current act, as Felix Wanjala now reports.
The member for Kilifi North.
The Climate Bill Amendment 2023 is expected to be signed by President William Ruto into law before the summit, which will be a major shot in the arm for the head of state, who is hosting the inaugural conference in Nairobi City to attract 30,000 delegates in his capacity as the chair of the African Presidency Caucus on climate change.
The last 7-8 years has taught us a very difficult lesson, all of us inhabitants of the world, and people have realized that if we don't take this conversation seriously, then we may not even have a planet to live on.
Now the bill seeks to introduce carbon trading, which has supported the country to comply with the Paris Agreement that Kenya ratified and became a party to. In December 2016, a carbon credit is created when the equivalent of 1 metric ton of carbon dioxide is prevented from entering the atmosphere.
Sisi kama Waafrika sasa hatutakaa kuomba. Sisi tuko na rasilimali, wale ambao wanachafua walipie zile efforts ambazo tunaweka kusafisha hii rasilimali, kusafisha hii anga ambao wale washaharibu.
Carbon market is the mechanism that enables and allows public and private entities to transfer and transact emission reduction unit, mitigation outcomes or outside generated through carbon initiatives, program and projects subject to compliance with the national and international law.
Even as we grow those trees, then we encourage sections of this country, counties in this country, to formally enter in the carbon market.
The government of Kenya has set a goal of reduction of 32% within a period of 7 years, which will cost $62 billion, as the Senate Minority Leader Aaron Cheruiyot states.
Our own target as a country is to have a reduction of 32% by the year 2030. Takes a lot of money. In fact, Mr. Speaker, I know that our goal as a country is going to set us off $62 billion. And knowing where we are as a nation economically, I don't think we have that kind of money. And perhaps, Mr. Speaker, not perhaps actually, rather, that is why we have this bill that is before us today.
Article 6 of the Paris Agreement encourages parties to raise their mitigation ambitions through carbon markets and non-markets approaches.
We are actually in a race against time, in the eyes of the world, to tick boxes, because that's what we are doing. Now we have visitors coming in a few days. We have to be seen to belong, so we have to pass this bill.
Felix Wanjala, Tandao TV.